Hey, this is Jake and Matt from August Burns Red, and you're watching
PITCAM.tv.
Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Good, very good.
Doing well, thank you.
So Albright in Hamburg, you guys already played. What was the show like?
It was good. The weather's been kind of up and down. It's been raining, and then the sun comes out and says hello, and then it goes back to hiding again. So that kind of happened throughout the set, but the crowd, I think it was a really nice crowd. First time here at Albright, and you know, I think we played very, very well, and the crowd seemed to, you know, warm up to us as we continued.
It's more of a metal-based festival. Did you have the impression that people actually knew you guys?
Yeah, I think at first, like Jake was saying, at first it was a little lighter in the crowd, and then it filled in, and as more people came in, it felt more like they were engaging with us as a band musically and, you know, singing along. I don't see as much because I'm behind the drums, but I can still, if the band on stage is feeling energized, it's usually because of the crowd. So, you know, everyone felt like they were moving around. It felt like people were moving around and having a good time, and so I think we fit in.
You guys played Buchan 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
It's the largest festival or metal festival in the world, probably. It must have been pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was an honor to be able to play that. You know, to say that you've played that festival and have that on your resume looks pretty great. Yeah, it was a really big crowd, and so, you know, I mean, I think for me, whether it's a big crowd or a little crowd, I get a little anxious before getting on stage. But I think for Buchan, I was, you know, I don't think I was completely prepared for it. Okay. But it was a good show. I mean, I had a good time. Did you have fun?
I had a great time. I had such a good time, I made a video blog out of it, which we're going to post soon. I just bought a GoPro, and so all the footage from, you know, from our angle looking out is captured, some of it at least. And it looks pretty, you know, pretty neat. It's one of those festivals where you hear about it your whole life as a musician, and then you get there, and I mean, it lived up to the hype for me. Yeah. It was good, good crowd. Really, really, really good backstage area. We ate amazing food all day, and that means a lot to you as a musician.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of good things about that, like backstage press area, everything's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
Very professional. They're on top of their game, and Buchan is everywhere there. It's Buchan.
It's even here.
Buchan cups, Buchan benches, Buchan tables, Buchan tents, Buchan pens, lighters, hats, glasses. It's all Buchan. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this is really they really
all out.
Yeah, they go all out. It's insane.
25th year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they do it so well. They've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, they know what they're doing now. Yeah.
So you guys have been playing a couple of really small clubs as well this summer. Why did you decide to do it like that?
I think because, you know, when we came over here with the idea that we're going to play all these festivals, we were like, well, we don't like to just sit and twiddle our thumbs. This band's always been like, oh, we have a day off? Okay, fill it, you know? So we want to stay active. We wanted to play some smaller clubs that we've never visited before, you know, because there's a lot of fans that aren't coming out to these, you know, festivals and are kind of buried away. And what are some of the areas that we've been that are smaller?
Berlin.
Berlin's so small.
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
That was a smaller, you know, place where we don't really go often. So, you know, we kind of wanted to hit
Salzburg, Austria.
Yeah,
that's another one.
We wanted to hit those areas and kind of just, you know, entertain those fans, because, you know, there's so many times we're like, come to us, and we're like, dude, it's not really feasible, you know. So I think with that in mind, with all these festivals, we thought, let's try to divvy it up a little bit, you know.
What were those small shows? What were they like? Were they okay? Were they good?
They're great. I like those because I think that it kind of reminds me of you know, when we first started and everything. Sorry, this is this guy's house, so we have to make sure that we get out of his yard.
Yeah, we're on his front porch.
Yeah, we're on his front porch. But you know, I think for me it brings a sense of where it all began and where it starts, and that's refreshing. Because I mean, you know, you've been doing it for so long. It's good to go and get dirty again and like have another intimate or passionate show with fans, you know.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
That was good. I like festivals a lot because as a kid, that's where I saw music first. So when I'm here, like I used to be the kid out there that was looking through the little fence at the people warming up, and it's cool to be on this side of it, and then look out there and say, well, that's probably a little, you know, Matt out there wishing he was on this side.
Boy, the world needs another one.
I'm gonna deter him to, you know, just go about your life. Don't dream about this side of the fence. It's not as glamorous as you think.
You're crazy.
No, it's a cool thing to be at these festivals with such huge bands. I mean, we're always honored to be playing with Machine. I think it's Machine Head today. So.
And then we've got you know, other bands that we're friends with. Woven War. They just came out with a new album. And, you know, those are really good friends of ours. So, you know, check them out and do an interview with them because they're rad guys.
So you guys have been touring all over the world. Where do you get the craziest crowds?
Where do I get the craziest crowds?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, where do you have the most adamant, passionate girl fan?
Yeah.
Because I'm pointing it at this tour.
I would
Have one of those.
Oh, I do have
bears,
a, yeah.
the chocolates.
There's this. We have this one diehard fan, and she's a sweetheart, and she always brings me chocolate, and she just
Specifically for Jake.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get any.
No.
No, he's
Jake
the
doesn't
drummer. I'm the
care
vocalist.
Yeah.
And I'm very selfish with my chocolate. And she brings me gummy bears and all this stuff, and just so it's every time, you know. So I always make it, you know, a point to say hello to her after the show and give her a hug. And you know, Matt on this tour he went out and ripped up a bunch of wildflowers and put them in a really tall water bottle, cut the top off.
Wildflowers?
Yeah, they're wildflowers.
Come on.
And put them with a note for me
On the bus.
as my secret admirer. And I could instantly tell it was Matt because of the handwriting, but
I tried to make the handwriting all flowery, and it just made it look like kind of metal. You know, it didn't work in my favor. And then I went inside and said, Jake, you'll never believe it. Your secret admirer's here, and they brought you flowers. And I have no idea who it is. You need to go out and get your flowers.
I ended up giving them to her because she deserved them more than I did. So yeah,
Thanks, Jake.
that's a story of a fan. But the craziest fans I would say is South America.
South America.
Oh,
yeah.
They're
What are they like?
They'll steal your stuff right off of your back, dude.
Hat,
they-
sweatshirt, coffee.
They just, I don't know. They do it for everyone though. It's not just, you know, ABR, but it's like if you've ever wanted to feel like a real rock star, like Bruce Springsteen, go to South America, dude. They'll take everything you have.
That's actually that's Pierce the Veil. They said the exact same thing. They were like, we went there and we felt like Justin Bieber.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I prefer Bruce Springsteen over Justin Bieber, but
That's what they said. I'm just
Yeah.
relating.
yeah. Anyways.
For Bieber.
So on a personal level, which countries have made the strongest impression on you?
For me, Japan and Australia. What about you?
Japan and Australia. No, probably Switzerland as of recently. I like Switzerland. I like a couple things about the country itself. That it has its own bank. You know, it has bunkers. It's just very unique. And then in addition, the people are very nice. The venues are so clean. Oh my gosh. Scandinavia is the same way. You pull up and the stage is like white and pristine. The backline gear is perfect. It's just like culturally it transcends the culture into the music industry there, and it's kind of refreshing to be around such cleanliness, because that's not typical in music. You don't find a lot of like, oh, it's so clean backstage. Look at how nice it is. But
So why Japan and Australia?
I think Japan's so unique. Their culture is very hospitable. They're all about honor, and I like those things. I like that they are respectful and they're courteous people. But then they have all this crazy technology, and they have all these fun toys. I don't even know what they are, but they are having a blast with them. So it makes me happy. They have very their food, their delicacies are different. Over there I had cow intestine, I had pig's feet, I've had just unreal weird fish, and I don't like fish. So it was really cool, it was really cool.
Talking to a vegan right now, but okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, you wouldn't have eaten any of that. And then Australia, it's kind of like home, but I like the accent, and I feel like people are to me, they're very nice. Well, the people that are in the crews and the bands are very nice people. Like Tonight Alive, they're very, very nice. We just hung out with them, you know, a couple nights ago. And then you've got Parkway Drive. You know, we love those dudes. And a lot of the crew that follows Parkway Drive are really just hilarious guys. Just to point out Weber, I like Weber a lot. He's Australian, and he makes me like Australia. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, the people.
So is the importance of music universal, would you say, or are there like some parts of the world where they care more about it than others?
I think it's universal. I think music that's the power of music, that it can touch any heart, no matter what language, what color, what race, what belief system, you know what I mean? I think that's why music is so important to pretty much to everyone.
Yeah, there's a movie called, well, a movie no one's ever seen about surfing. I don't even know what it's called. But there's a girl in it, and she talks about how when she's surfing, so she's on the shore. She has all these friends, and she's friends with them, but not that close. They have their differences, and as soon as they get on the water, there are no differences. They're just surfing. It's their denominator, and that's the way music is. You can be in the bush in Africa, and you can be hitting a drum with someone, and you can get it and laugh and have a great time, and you have literally nothing in common with this person. You can't even, you know, communicate to them verbally. But when you jump in, you know, the music scene, no matter where you are in the world, it just cancels out all the other, you know, disconnects.
Literally, you did that. You went onto the street and played drum. Like we left Matt for like 2 minutes. Yeah, it wasn't in the bush. It was in Detroit. A different style of bush. So we left Matt outside for like a few minutes. I come outside and he's playing drums with all these guys on cans on the street, and I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, well, do you know these guys? He's like, nah, just playing drums, you know. So
yeah,
that's a good
hitting
example.
buckets. And then he wanted my drumsticks.
That's cool.
I said, yeah, you can have one. This one.
So you recently released a video for Beauty and Tragedy. And I've noticed from the comment sections that this song means a lot to a lot of people. What can you tell me about the song, about the lyrics?
Yeah, when I was writing the lyrics, I had a few people in mind. One, I had Dustin, our bassist, in mind because his uncle got into a motorcycle accident and passed away. The next one I had was John sorry, not John. Vigil from, or Virgil from the Ghost Inside, the vocalist. You know, I remember that I believe it was his brother who or his father who passed away recently. And then I was just thinking of like the importance of life, and basically the idea of it is that, you know, when we suffer loss and suffer pain, when someone that's close to us, you know, passes on, that yes, it hurts and it's tough, but to really hold on to the message that they give us, and through what we've learned from them and the good times, we can then continue to basically write their story on our hearts and share it with people that we encounter. And so that was really what it was. I think, you know, about living a life of forgiveness and love and encouragement, because I know that through family, that's what we've gotten from the people that we love. You know, we've been encouraged by our brothers or our fathers or our uncles. You know, we've been loved by them, and so that was really the message. And then a little bit of it had to do with my faith in God, in Christ. I get a lot of my love and my forgiveness from Him, so I kind of had that in mind as well. And you know, I think because it wasn't so direct to a specific name or person, that a lot of people were able to, you know, identify with it, and that's great. That's what it's supposed to be there for. That's exactly why I wrote it. So I'm glad people are enjoying that song.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's next for you guys?
We're going home on Monday for a long time. We're gonna write a record, record the record, and put it out on Fearless, our new record label. So yeah, home until the new year, and then do the whole cycle all over again. We'll be back here doing a fourth PITCAM interview together, probably Jake and I, hopefully Jake and I, talking about the same thing but with new songs.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah,
Hey, no problem.
Always love it.
We usually kind of let the fans feel out what the singles are going to be instead of us now. Like, we used to be like, oh, this is one's going to be it.
This was a single,
And then,
right?
like,
There's a single.
And then, you know, we get proved wrong by, you know, the actual live show. That's the real test.
No, she's got her phone. You got your questions on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, because she was like, their questions are
just
so
commenting
articulated, but she has no paper.
I was just commenting on how prepared you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's professional.
No one does that, except for PITCAM. This is PITCAM.
This is PITCAM. Keeping it professional with PITCAM. August Burns Red.